Hello everyone, we are talking about the development of face, nose and palate. This is the second section of this presentation. In this section, we'll talk about the development of nose. So this is divided into three parts. The first part will deal with the development of external nose, as in how the external nose develops, what are the embryological basis for it. Then we'll talk about the formation of the nasal cavities. We'll see how and where the indentation develops for the development of the nasal cavity, and what components are actually retained in the adults and what are lost. And finally, we'll talk about the sources of development. That would actually be a summary of this entire section. That is how and what structures and how they form the adult nose, and what were the structures that were retained, what were the structures that were lost. So let's get into it. So development of the external nose. So first of all, if you follow this figure, the frontonasal process of the which also forms the face helps in the formation of face. It actually forms the bridge of the nose. So the frontonasal process is responsible for the formation of bridge of the nose. This is the bridge of the nose. The lateral nasal process are responsible for the formation of the sides and alae of the nose. Alae are the prominent side out pouchings. These are the alae of the nose, which are the circular side out pouchings present in certain people in the sides of the nose. These are formed by the lateral nasal folds, and the fused medial nasal fold, they help in the formation of the dorsum. This is the dorsum and the tip of the nose. So the dorsum and the tip of the nose are formed by the fused medial nasal processes. So we have the frontonasal process, which forms the bridge of the nose. We have the medial nasal process, which forms the sides and the alae. Medial nasal process, which form the dorsum and the tip, and the lateral nasal process, which forms the sides and the alae of the nose. Now let's go to the development of the nasal cavities. Let's see how the nasal cavities are developed. So if you refer to the figure again, this is a developing almost a 4th week embryo, and this is the area where the nasal pit develops. It lies just cranial to the stomodium. So nasal pit is actually an indentation in the developing embryo. Let's see how that develops and what actually goes on. So it develops from the ectodermal nasal pit. So the adult nasal cavity is derived from the ectoderm, and ectoderm invaginates to form the nasal pit. Here, this is the area of the nasal pit. So the nasal pit, it deepens progressively. Here you can see the deepening of the nasal pit. It goes dorsally during the 6th week to form the nasal sac. So here it is moving dorsally to form the nasal sac. Hence a nasal sac has been formed. This is somewhat a 6th week embryo. Now each nasal sac grows dorsoventrally to develop a forebrain from the primitive nasal cavity. So this nasal sac, it grows dorsoventrally. So initially it was growing only dorsally, but now it goes to develop dorsally as well as ventrally, because now it is rapidly expanding to develop the forebrain to form the primitive nasal cavity. Now the dorsal end of this primitive nasal cavity is separated from the oral cavity by the oronasal membrane. So referring to the figure again, this is the oronasal membrane, and the dorsal end of this nasal cavity is separated by the oral cavity by the presence of this oronasal membrane. This is the oronasal membrane. So now by the end of 6 weeks of development, this membrane ruptures. This oronasal membrane ruptures and it forms coena. So coena is actually communication between the oral and the nasal cavity. This is the primitive coena, which is formed by the rupture of the oronasal membrane. Now the primitive coena, they lie at the junction between the oral and the nasal cavities, and they immediately behind the palate. They lie immediately behind the palate. So this is the developing primary palate in orange. It was contained within the oronasal membrane, but since the oronasal membrane ruptured, the development of palate also proceeds, and it forms a partition between the primitive coena. The primitive coena are communicating with each other through the because there's no separation between them, the only separation being the primary palate, the primitive primary palate, which is being developed at this point in time. So the definitive choana, they lie at the junction of the nasal cavity. So this is the junction of the nasal cavity and the nasopharynx. So this is the definitive choana. Again, choana is a communication between the nasal and the oral cavity. However, in this case, the definitive choana lies between the posterior aspect of the nasal cavity and the nasopharynx. Now, the external opening of the nasal pits, these are the external openings. They form the anterior nares or the external nares. So this is how the adult nose is being formed. So moving on, now let's talk about the nasal septum and the palatine shelves. So the superior, middle and inferior nasal conchae, they developed as curved elevations from the lateral wall. So it can be seen in the previous figure. So these are the nasal choanae that these are the nasal conchae that is being formed from the lateral wall. They're actually curved elevations which appear as ridges from the lateral wall of the nose. Now the ectoderm, which was lining the roof of the nasal cavities, it becomes specialized to form the olfactory epithelium, the epithelium which is responsible to take up scents from your environment. It is formed by the ectoderm, which was lining the primitive nasal cavity. Now, the sources of development of nose. This is the slide where we summarize all the sources of development of nose. So the dorsum and the tip of the nose. So tip of the nose and the dorsum of the nose is formed by the fused medial nasal components or the medial nasal component of the frontonasal process. The nasal cavities themselves are formed by the nasal sacs. The nasal sacs were formed by elongation of the nasal pits. We saw the ectoderm invaginated to form the nasal pit. The nasal pit then grew dorsally and ventrally to form the nasal sacs. So the nasal septum, how was it formed? The nasal septum was formed by the frontonasal process by thinning of its median membrane. The nostrils were formed by the anterior openings of the nasal pits, the anterior nares, and the choanae are actually curved elevations or ridges that appear from the lateral wall of the choanae are developed from the rupture of the oronasal membrane. Conchae are the ridges that develop from the lateral wall of the nose. So this summarizes this section. In this section, we talked about the development of nose in itself. In the development of nose, we saw how various components of nose were formed, be it the external nose, the internal nose, the nasal cavity, the nasal septum, and the conchae and choanae. I hope you like this section. For further such sections, keep watching sqadia.com.